Hello and welcome once again to the Rule Britannia campaign, where we will be ruling all of the Britannias all over the world.
Yep.
Yep.
The Entente.
Yep.
Oh, Canada. India.
Australia's
Faction.
Confederation. We've got the Caribbean and some French sods. But of course, the French are, of course,
Guys.
bowing to our imperial authority
These,
by continuing the Petain presidency, by becoming a republican autocracy.
the French frogs.
Perfect.
Well, they don't need to take the mainland. They can be ignored.
Yes. You probably need to try and expand on the history we gave last time. You can probably start time if you want, Luke.
We'll keep going.
But basically, World War One went roughly as it did in real life, up until about 1917. America did not join the war on the Allied side, and Russia, the old Imperial Russia, was beaten as it was in real life. And I think it's the German 1918 summer offensives, like the George and the Michael offensive. Oh.
Siberia.
Oh no, yeah, that was going. Siberia's just appeared. But the German summer offensive, summer offensive 1918, the George and Michael offensive was successful in taking Paris and finally breaking the trench deadlock. So after that, France surrenders, and from there, Britain is left without a hold on the mainland. And 3 years later, in 1921, they finally signed the Peace with Honour with the German Empire, where they agreed to stop fighting, basically. And the reigns of the Entente, which is Britain, its empire, and Japan, I think. Yeah, Japan was on the Allied side of the war. End the war. And France, having been beaten to a pulp and bled white by World War One, has a revolution, as the French are wont to do, and became syndicalist, which is a form of socialism. It's a form that's based on trade unions. That's what they are. Sort of democratic socialism based on trade unions. And Britain followed suit in the Glorious Revolution of 1925, the Second Glorious Revolution. We've already had one as well. So Britain and France are roughly forming a sort of syndicalist communist alliance. Italy was on the Allied side and was, of course, beaten. And Southern Italy has succeeded and seceded and also formed a socialist republic. All of Europe's now dominated by a German alliance, Middle Europa, which includes all of the German Empire, Belgium, places like Lithuania, Baltic duchies, Ruthenia, Ukraine, the territories they seized during the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk with Russia. Russia had its first civil war, but that was won by the Whites because the Germans intervened and has been a corrupt presidential republic for the past 10 years or so, much like in real life. I don't think of anything else that's changed particularly. Oh yeah, Ottomans obviously won their part of World War I. I don't think of anything else. Oh yeah, Brazil and Argentina had a war.
Yes.
And Argentina won.
Argentina is also known as La Plata.
That's the Imperial Durbar. So I can even make my head of state Maharaja Gandhi sing, "Oh, Edward the Eighth! Hail Edward the Eighth, King Emperor of India!" Oh, we're about to have elections. Okay. Basics whether or not social democrats, social conservatives, I think.
We're having some amusing parts as the C7 bill.
No, you're still passing that.
Yep, 4 days left.
I think social conservatives may actually be the way to go here.
Oof.
I personally am more of a social democrat, but I don't think I'll get a chance to elect authoritarian people. So. I mean, the two important ministerial roles are basically head of government and your economy minister, really. And I think the Social Democrats have a better head of government.
Oh, okay. Let's stop trading with these people.
What's happened?
I didn't realize Mexico was part of the communists.
Yeah, they're filthy syndicalist scum as well. They had a revolution as well. The Mexicans are having a revolution for a long time. It's just we all ignore it because we were too busy having a form of Holocaust on the Western Front. Concentrated industry, benefit from Isaac, and encourage immigration of Isaac scientists. There we go.
Don't tell the stability system that I have a lot of negative power at the moment. We can be insufficient on the oil. We are fine with that. Oh, I forgot my aircraft. They're still flying around India. I gained some manpower for a short while I disbanded the entire.
Let's pause this for a second. Please quickly review.
Okay, it went into the destroyers. That's fine.
Do I go social democratic or social conservative?
National populist.
I can't. No, we'll go social conservative because they're unionist. Obviously, we're being rather right wing here.
Don't know what you're talking about. Parliament's not being abolished. There's nothing to see here.
What even is a parliament?
Well, I've made good on my artillery deficit. It's the only deficit I've made up.
I'm trying to build up on that as well.
Gets event liberal dissent. Will trigger liberal dissent event. Sure.
Get rid of the princes. We are a modern state. Who needs 250 political power? It does give me division organization plus 10% for the rest of the game. So, you know. Oh wow.
Kenley.
Go Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. I don't know what
This is weird on that one. Because the thing about any Kenny is, if you look at a lot of their missions on the right side of the foreign policy, a load of them have not, and Kenny is chairman. So they can't go on their mission no way, they can't launch military interventions.
Oh,
So that's kind of dull, honestly, because it means Britain and France, by the looks of it, won't be as aggressive as normal.
I'm sure they will be.
It probably gives Germany more chance. Because one of the things, certainly early incarnations of this mod, problem they had was France tended to be overly powerful. Germany's currently kind of the world superpower. It now has an empire of its own in, Eastern Europe, and in Africa they have German Middle Africa. They have the Allgemeine Ostage. Oh, I can't say this. Ostasian Gesellschaft. There's probably a German somewhere. Could pronounce that way better than I can. Yes.
All Germans are now crying.
This is how we start World War II. But that's equivalent essentially to the old Honourable John Company, the British East India Company. So it's just a big company, just using all the Chinese resources.
Yep. Everything valuable in China is located in the south.
And thus owned by Germans.
Manpower minus 30,000. Well, I already don't have any manpower.
Do you want some manpower? Free manpower, 1.52 million.
I've only just noticed a problem. I can't actually see my national unity or my political power because of my little recording bit.
Oh. You don't need to see those.
Yeah, I mean, I have. I think I have negative 102.
Can I point at my head of state's better than your head of state? Because mine's a hat.
I mean, your head of state should be the same.
He is the same.
Oh,
he's just got a hat. He also has a sash, and I think he's got more medals. So, my clone of Edward VIII is better than yours.
Ah, but which is the best Otto? Otto von Habsburg Lothringen.
Is it Otto first or Otto second?
Otto the first? Otto the second? You decide. Ah, Black
Can't
Monday.
say you decide. That's been thoroughly copyrighted. At some point, I'll have to work out what land doctrine I want. Clearly, we just want to go mass mobilization.
Mass assault, mass mobilization.
Thing is, by the end of this, I should have the industry to maintain some mechanized armored formations. So I'll either go mass assault, deep battle, or I don't know, one of the grand battle plans. Well, assault, I guess, of those two. Now we'll go with mass assault doctrine. We've got the men. We can go for Russian tactics of hold them down, bog them down with infantry divisions, then encircle them with armored and mechanized units. Saying that, how's the Civil War going? I'm honestly, I don't know. I think the Soviets are winning. Yeah, they've cut off the pocket around Kursk. So once they've crushed that, they'll have more forces to spare for the rest of the front line. So we might see a Soviet victory here.
Yeah, I'm back in Siberia.
Japan is busy passing the National Security Act. How they go may be decisive. They usually go democratic, because whoever the mod designers, what they do is I think they have individual people go off and design different countries, essentially. Only using things for Japan is, if you go democratic, it's the only way to get a 5th research slot, which kind of makes democratic Japan the best Japan, which is sad, because we all want to see imperialist Japan.
Well, not only do you get the only research slot, you also get a research time reduction.
Yeah. Of 7%, which is really significant. I think one of the factions gets research time, but nothing like as much.
You also and can
No,
get
no, they
a
don't.
stupid amount of resources all over Japan, I think.
The supporters I about to. Personally, I actually prefer bureaucratic economy when I played them. I found you could get more factories, and you got the important resources, which is more oil. Not saying Zybats aren't good. I guess the infrastructure is more important these days because it actually contributes to build speed. But no, you got far more factories and bureaucratic economy. Our popularity is rising. Excellent. Excellent.
I had that
That should
happen.
take me over the 40% mark.
I had that happen before I changed government.
Yeah. Right. Okay, start expanding Delhi civilian industry. Now, new research slot. Yeah, we'll go for deep battle. We'll just throw men at things. If in doubt, throw men at problems.
I mean, what you really want to do is mobile warfare, and then desperate defense.
Can I build enough trucks for all of India?
No, you don't. No, you're still using infantry divisions. Not even
No.
using the benefits from the actual doctrine. All's quiet at the moment in the world, apart from Russia.
Wasn't quite on the Western Front, at least. No, they seem to have cut back my manufacturing companies.
No, I think the Soviets are losing. You can vaguely see.
Now they are.
Ah, there we go. The stability system has finally noticed I have a lot of negative stability.
Yeah. That's why everyone gets negative stability at cells.
Yeah, you can see the slightly darker lines where the old border of the Soviets was. It's over here. Oh. Okay, Finland. That's an interesting demand you've done there.
Okay.
You've left out Murmansk. Murmansk, where there's resources, as opposed to.
Onegda has 52 steel.
Yeah. How's the Mongolian one going?
Oh no, they've just taken Murmansk. Kingdom of Finland. How's Mongolia doing? They're busy researching the God of War. I'm not sure if they appear to be losing against the Mob League.
They seem to actually have less troops in total.
Oh, GG Mongolia.
There's no purging going on here. We've We've read some alternate history books. We've learned about a man called Stalin, and we're gonna put his policies into action.
He sounds like a great guy.
This alternate history Stalin sounds like a wonderful guy. Just a small amount of purging.
You're now the Kingdom of Canada.
Yeah, good. Good. I wonder if I'll gain manpower once the liberal dissent disappears.
I was about to say, well, where is your navy? You sent it over to the Pacific.
My navy? No, it's still separated.
Where is it?
It's actually doing patrols and stuff.
Oh.
So the Pacific Fleet has a singular carrier.
Okay.
Rather than there being 5 carriers on one side. The Pacific Fleet doesn't have anywhere near as much capital ship as it should do. It's only got 2, really. The Atlantic Fleet is quite safe, though. I imagine the Atlantic Fleet's going to be fine. With its 4 carriers, 7 battleships. The 4 battle cruisers.
I think you have rough parity with Union of Britain at the start. It's just they'll pull ahead because they actually have more factories.
They won't pull ahead.
Yeah, that's what the thing I like about this game. Is there's so many powerful navies at the start that naval warfare actually feels like it might be interesting between great powers. Whereas you play the base version of the game, like the Allies just going to dominate naval warfare. The only people who would fight are Japan.
Italy can put up a fight.
Yeah, but
not as easily, though.
And they don't have the industrial capacity to sustain it like America and Britain do.
Well, I mean, nobody has the industrial capacity of the United States
Well,
in the base game.
Obviously.
I see you've got some offensive lines going into your Indian rivals. I mean, you still don't have any equipment for them.
What do you mean it's equipment?
What equipment do you use? Do you actually have artillery and support?
I have artillery in these. You know, at the start, many of these games, the factions at the start of this have multiple different infantry divisions. Some with space equipment, some with artillery added on, some with tanks added on. I usually switch them all up to the artillery standard and just recruit up to that.
I kept the one with the tank though, because that might be.
I accidentally switched that because I realised I've got it.
I've kept my marines and I've kept my motorized because I actually have tanks.
Yeah, I do have 60 Great War tanks just lying around in reserve.
Oh, if you could lend lease me those, that'd be nice. I mean, the majority of my tanks are Great War.
I can't lend lease you on a war.
Oh.
Start a war, then I'll do it.
I mean, I don't think I'm allowed yet, are we? No, we need more world tension. Yes, you actually need world tension in this as opposed to the base game, where you just have to be fascist or communist. That's another nice part of the Kaiserreich. We get all these political parties, rather than just being the 4.
3.
Effectively 3, but there are 4 of them. Because you can only switch between 3 of them. You can't go back to being neutral, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Although some of the neutral nations have great names. Like the neutral Portugal one, I remember is actually quite amusing. But you can't get to being neutral.
Sad.
Yep.
You can bunch up to speed 4 if you want. It's not like anything's actually happening with us at the moment.
Sure.
How far have we gone to the episode? We need to keep a time for this.
25 minutes.
Okay.
We still have 5 minutes more.
5 more minutes of us sitting here going, Slowly industrialize. Yes. 5 more minutes of Luke shitting for democracy.
You don't need democracy.
When you get training time, that's 20%.
Bert Hofmeister. Great name. It's great. Come on, these divisions should be getting their guns. Surely I've made 8 guns since... Oh yeah, I've lost all of my trade. Or at least I've lost part of my trade. So I no longer trade for tungsten. Slight issue. Let's just fix that. Like, I can't build these ships anyway. I don't have any manpower to deploy them with.
Oh.
So I might as well just stop trading for steel.
No, I can't give you manpower.
No, you can't. You can't lend lease manpower. That'll be a bit broken. Just a little bit. In 2.5, well, 2.25 years, I will have finished my first battleship.
What battleship you on? 1 or 2?
Battleship 2.
Alright. So what am I on?
I'll make that 2 years actually. I'll put all the extra factories
on
on
everything. I've even got carrier 1. Whoa, so advanced.
I only have carrier 1. We only have the courageous class. Sadly.
Yeah.
Interestingly, we still have the Ottawa class cruiser.
Oh yeah, because they probably kept the same names as on the base game.
Yeah, we have the Ottawa class cruiser rather than the Colony class, is it? I think it's the
Crown Colony is
class.
the 3rd one, I think. I think.
Yeah. Quebec class is the Canadian designation for the Crown Colony class.
Missing 15,000 infantry.
I'm only missing 4,000 at the moment.
Well, I only have 1 factory producing it.
I have 3. I'm slowly building Vickers Light Tank 3. I don't know why we're letting Vickers make tanks. But apparently we are. We're getting the Vickers Light Tank 4, which looks suspiciously like a Matilda.
Oh, they renamed those for you now.
I think they're renamed in the base game.
Oh, Siberia's a puppet of Russia.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Oh, I didn't see that it was a puppet. I saw that they were at war with the Soviets.
Okay, so I think the Soviet front lines collapsed. If you're
Oh, yeah. Just 1 or 2 pockets.
using True Russian Republic. Oh, it's Kornilov. So Russia could be going full fascist.
Just gonna go and found the CBC rather than the BBC.
What time are we up to now? We're probably going over it.
We've just got to it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pause here.
Calculated.
Definitely.
Calculated.
Alright.
This is the end of episode 2 of the ruling of all of the Britannians. all two of them halfway across the world from each other.
Ruling
we will grow.
We will restore
Britannia
the
will
empire.
return.
Restore the old empire. Make Britain great again.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
That's why you vote for... Oh, wait. What even is voting?
We don't vote here. So yeah, next time.